Let me tell you guys something. As long as you're doing something significant with yourself, with your life, with your purpose, with your passions, whatever it is that you're doing, as long as you're in the moment, you're flowing, you're happy, you're content, you're doing what you're doing. Maybe not exactly content, but you enjoy what you're doing overall in life. You're getting good results. No matter what you do, you're always going to have haters. Because the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, the truth is, most people cannot acquire these things. Most people cannot get these things right. And with this being true is the exact reason as to why you will have haters. Because people oftentimes hate what they do not have or what they desperately want to have, but they just don't have it, right? That's what they hate. And it makes no sense because every single one of us human beings are capable of whatever we put our mind to and start to put in the work. So that's the mindset you must get in instead of looking deeply into somebody else's life or existence. You put your thoughts on your own grind, on your own mission, on your own purpose. That's what hateful people do not understand. They're so consumed with everything else instead of making things happen themselves. And this goes for just haters. Because you'll have a lot of people too that if you're doing all the right things, you're going to get a lot of love as well. But you're always going to have haters. Because like I said, those types of people will always exist. They're always going to be watching you. They're always going to be doing whatever they're doing towards you. And, there's nothing you can really do about it. Just got to accept the fact that you have haters, and that haters is actually a good thing. It's actually a good sign. So you should welcome it. You should, have yourself a round of applause because of it, to be honest. Toast to it. We got haters. Great. That's what you want. It shows that you're on the right path. It shows that you're doing the right things. Because people are not going to hate anyone that's just minding their own business. That's kind of just, you can be minding your own business, but you're really not doing anything at all. You're not going to be in any position out there to be hated for, because you're just kind of hiding under a tree trunk or some shit like this. Which is, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But understand, when it comes to bigger things in life, when it comes to putting yourself out there doing something, you could be playing a sport, you could be trying to get to the highest level, you could be playing an instrument, you want to get to the highest level, you could be doing anything at all and getting positive results, and you're climbing the ladder, whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to have people that's watching you. You're going to have hella haters. You're going to have people that's going to try to downplay your success, downplay your progress, try to fill your mind with doubt. They're going to do all these things, and you got to let all that stuff motivate you to be better, to be greater, to prove the doubters, the critics, the haters wrong, prove all these people wrong. Kill them at success. It's the best thing to do, but what you guys need to understand is that if you're doing anything, you have to be ready for this. I've talked to many people on phone calls. And a lot of them told me, they want to do this, they want to do that, they want to get into this. But they had this fear. They don't want to be out there. They don't want to be judged. They don't want people to say mean things to them, about them and stuff like this. They're worried, they're concerned. If that's your mindset, you're really not cut out to be doing things in the first place. I really don't think you should, because you're going to get eaten alive. And if you're the type of person where you let every little thing affect you deeply when it's not even a big deal, but you make a big deal out of everything, it's really going to affect you. And I've talked to countless amounts of people where it was like that. Like, you could just tell by the way they were speaking with me that, you know, you're just not really cut out for that. If you can't handle those things, if you can't let things just slide. There's mean things being said all the time to me in certain places. On this platform, different platforms, in person, things like this. Not so much in person, but people will say things and be like, oh, I'm just joking and stuff like this, but you can say mean things to me, it's not going to make a difference. You can say something negative about me, okay. But are you really right? I don't think so. I think you're pretty delusional and you don't even know what you're talking about, and you're probably triggered as to why you're hating on me or doing something, because I probably triggered you. Because you're a pussy. You're weak. You can't handle the truth. I triggered a lot of women on this channel because they can't handle the truth. I don't really trigger guys on this channel, it's women. And not always, but for the majority of people that was triggered on this channel, it did come down to women. Because I'm always going to speak my truth. If I have something to say and it's a fact, you can get mad all you want at a fact, but it remains a fact. And if you can't handle that, then you can't handle it. And you're really not cut out for any kind of truth. And you're probably a scumbag on top of that. Because a fact should not hurt your feelings. You know what? 1 + 1 is always going to be 2. That is a fact. The grass is always going to be green. That is a fact. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like that 1 + 1 = 2, but it's always going to remain that fact. Are you going to argue with me that 1 + 1 does not equal 2? Oh, I don't like that. Doesn't matter. You want it to be 3? It's always going to be 2. And these are the exact things. Not this. I just use that as an example, but these are similar things that trigger people. Like blatant facts. They know it's true. To the core, they know it's true. So that's why they're so rageful because of it. You know? But a fact always remains a fact. There's no beating around the bush. There's no doing anything. It is what it is. And here's another fact for you. You're always going to have haters. If you're doing the right things, that is. If you're doing anything that's good, you're going to have haters. You basically have to flunk your life and not do anything. Be a people pleaser. Just kind of stay down low. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. You're not going to get a hater. You're going to get 0 haters. If you put yourself out there like an alpha, you put yourself out there the way you want to put yourself out there. You do whatever you want to do. You speak your truth. You let people know how it is. You go out in public. You go to the gym. You go to places. And you're the king of the show. You're the king of the palace. You let people know that. You walk around. You don't give a shit. You walk around with confidence. Can nobody do nothing to you? You're going to have haters. People don't like people like that. But it's up to you to do what is authentic in yourself. Go out there into the world, become great. Go out there into the world and do what you got to do. Give them a show. Just be authentic to who you are. That's enough to piss people off, because most people are not. Most people are cookie cutter little people pleasing little pussies. And that is the truth. They're going to act, so nice around everybody. I don't really care about shit like that. Because I go to places, I do certain things with purpose. I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm not here to be your, let's be friends. Like, I don't really give a shit. You want to be friends? Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about something real. Let's talk about proceeding in life and actually doing something. It's the people that's just like, what do they say, man? Like, you see the same people every day and they ask the same questions. It's like, hey, what's new? You might tell them, yeah, not too much, yeah, just doing my thing. You see them the next day, the exact same question. Hey, what's new? What's new? What's new? Not much. You know, I just seen you yesterday and you just asked me what's new. And you're asking me again, not much in 24-hour period, you know. It's probably actually 22 hours since I last seen you and you asked me what's new again. Okay. Right. And in my opinion, when you get people like that ask you those type of questions, bro, that's sus. I think those people are watching you, to be honest. I think those people see that you are more fulfilled, you're more inspired, you're more motivated, you're more driven, you're hungrier than they are. Your soul is on fire like theirs is not. So they want to, oh, what are you doing? What's new? And they're asking you all these rapid, sus questions. To the point where you can't even answer. It's like, not much. You know, 22 hours since I last seen you. What's new? Not too effing much. Just weird, bro. And these are the same type of people, when you talk about real shit, what you're going to come to realize is they can't handle the conversation. They get all weird and scared and nervous and, oh my God, it's something real. Yeah, it's something real. You moron. What else do you want to talk about? That 1 + 1 = 2? We already know that. People just blow my mind, bro, the way they are, their attitudes, how they are. Like, wake the F up. Please. And honestly, maybe not every single one of these people that do these things, but a lot of them, they are haters too. They are. Because they're unwilling to have a real conversation. They ask sus questions. When you want to talk about something real, oh yeah, I gotta go, see ya. They don't want to face anything. They can't face reality. They're asking you questions to try to get answers that you don't even have. Like, they're trying to figure everything out, thinking they're so smart, thinking they're so cool. Trying to figure you out, trying to see where you're at, and they low-key hate you. It's like, you're a joke, pal. An absolute joke. And you think I don't know what you're doing. That's the embarrassing part. Like, please wake up. That's why I like to stick to myself, guys. I told you guys a lot of times on this channel, I don't even answer these questions majority of the time. Unless it's someone that I actually asked a question they never asked me for a long ass time. Then I might answer you, you know? And you better be genuine about it. And I can tell if you are or not. But for the people that I go certain places, bro, and you see the same people, they ask the exact same questions that they just asked you yesterday or some shit. You know? I'm just going to look at you a little funny. And I'm going to start to question you. It's what I do. And I will get a little smart with you. Because you're getting smart with me. And you don't think I can see that, but I can see that. So I'm going to get smart with you now. You little sus. Little, I don't know what. You're just so sus bitches, bro. This is what it is. Sus. You're suspect. Do we need to do a crime investigation here right now or what? Absolutely pathetic. But this is what it is, man. You know, you got to know how to maneuver around these snakes because it's what they are. Majority of these individuals, they are snakes. And just because someone asks you that specific question, what's new, does not make them a snake. You just have to know their intentions behind it is what it is. Because some really nice person might ask you what's new. So don't go thinking they're a snake just because I told you this. You really have to know their intentions. So don't get these words mixed up. But, you know, if you're any bit smart, you will know their intentions and you will know what they're doing. And you'll be able to figure it out. And with that being said, once again, you will always have haters. You will always have these people. But that's because you're doing something significant. You're growing as a person. You're not the same person you were last year. You're not the same person you were 2 years ago. You're not the same person you were 5 years ago. Your soul's on fire. They damn well know this. They know this. And they know right now, not that they can't be, but they just know that they're not on your level. And that's why they're being sus. That's why they're hating. Because they believe they're entitled. They believe they deserve to be where you're at, or where you're going, or what you're doing, or what you've earned, or what you're going to earn. It's all this BS. But at the end of the day, you get what you damn well deserve from the time you put in, for the work you put in. There's no time to be a hater, dog. But they get all the time in the world to be a little hater. Because that's like their purpose. Your purpose is to hate. My purpose is to be great. And that's what you have to say to yourself. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, my purpose is to be great, not to hate. Mate. But for real, you have options. At the end of the day, guys, all you got to do is be real with yourself. That's all you got to do. There's people that send me death threats. There's people that do all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, they hate me that much because I speak such truth on this channel that some people, it literally makes them want to literally kill you. And you can come ahead and you can do whatever you feel like, you want to do. But you might be the one that ends up in a coffin, and I might put the nail in it. So you better watch yourself, boy. You better watch yourself, because I ain't playing. And I'm not playing. My approach in this channel is very direct. I'm going to speak the truth. Not everybody likes it. A lot of people do like it, but not everybody's going to like it. Because, we're here to get better. We're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to do our thing. That's what we're here to do. And we're here to maneuver around the snakes. We're here to expose the snakes, expose the haters, expose all kinds of things, and get better all at the same time. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Because you guys would be surprised how many people are in this world that can really use information like this and really need information like this. Because they just don't understand. And you know what? I used to be that person, but I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn so many things and so fast. It's good that I learned the hard way quick, is all I got to say. Because I didn't have a coach. I didn't have great people in my life telling me all sorts of things that's very beneficial. I didn't have nothing. None of that. I had to learn so many things myself. And come up with the information myself to help myself learn even more and even more and even more. And that's what it comes down to. But most of these frauds today that you just come across that want to hate, it is what it is. They're just going to have that energy, and they're never going to learn, and they're never going to grow. They're always going to want to see your demise, even though it's never going to happen. They're looking for it. They wish it would happen, but it's never going to happen. And the more successful you become, the more they hate. You become great, they hate. You're not the same. They want to believe with their ego that you're the same. No, you're not the same. You're on a completely different level. And they can't take it. And the fact that you can put it in their face this hard to make them realize the truth of reality makes them hate you even more. And this is what it comes down to. So, like I said, at the end of the day, all you have to do is be real with yourself. If you can be real with yourself and be honest, because I've spoken to many, many people on the phone, on my calls. And it's majority of guys that will admit certain things that are actually going on with their life. A lot of women that I've talked to on the phone, I've had some very genuine ones, so I don't want to get it twisted here, but I've had some women on calls. And I could almost tell that they were the problem. Which is nuts. So basically, a woman will cause a problem, then somebody else will give her a problem because she caused the problem first. Now she's going to call me. What? Like, what? You're just asking for it. You want to cause other people problems, more problems are going to come your way. And that's just how it is. That's karma. And like I said, I've had some very genuine ones who was very real about who they are, their situation, and things like this. But I've had some girls that was very in denial. And I don't know if I've ever had a male like that in the phone, because they're usually very on point with who they are, with where they're at, with what's going on. We break things down because that's the whole point of the call. Some women just want to call just because, and it's pretty weird. It's like they just want to hear something that makes them feel like not the villain, but deep down you are the villain. Now, I'm not saying every woman that's calling me, like I said again, I've had a lot of good ones that they were on point. They admitted certain things. I could tell the conversation was very genuine. But I've had some ones as well where I could tell you're not a good person. I can just tell. And that's that. And the call just kind of went south a little bit, but because, I'm doing my job. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what you need to do. I'm telling you what you do yourself. So when you tell me certain situations that happen, I'm going to break it down. You might not like it, but you're going to hear it. And these are the ones that are trouble. If you can't handle the truth, you're in deep shit. You're in trouble. That means you do not take accountability. You don't. Rather being logical, they're stuck in their emotions. So when you tell them something logical and you break it down for them and everything you said was pinpoint accuracy truth, they break at that moment. They get all riled up. They can't stand to hear it. They're now in their emotions. They're no longer logical because their logic was lies, not the truth. When you tell them the truth, now they're emotional because they can't handle the truth. No guys I've ever worked with are like this, but it seems to be the females that are like this. So who's causing the problems here? Exactly. And this is what you're seeing today. A lot is being exposed. A whole lot of stuff is being exposed today, and I love absolutely every second of it. Every second of it. You guys want to know where all my problems ever came from in life? 95+% of my problems have came from females. And I'm not sitting here trying to talk every female down. For the good ones that are good, you guys know you're great. Stay in your lane, keep doing what you're doing. But if you're going to come here to this channel now and have a negative comment from a female, you know that you're trash. You know that for a fact because you're not going to defend the truth. Or you're going to defend it. You're not going to have anything bad to say about what I'm saying because even you know it's the truth. Stay in your lane. Only you know who you are. Only you know what you're doing. But I'm telling you guys the truth from my life. Literally, majority of my problems have came from other women, not guys. Although some has. We're not saying guys are perfect. Majority has came from women. A very small percentage of problems have came from guys in different ways. You might have had a friend and he turns to a hater. It's a problem. Things like this. Majority of it has been females. The amount of bad vibes I've felt in my life off females is horrendous compared to males. It's because they're emotional. It's because they're not intact. Majority of them are like that. They can't be logical. They can't be smooth sailing. They can't be realistic. They're too stuck in that clown fairy tale imagination they're in. The truth just spikes them. Like it just, they cannot handle it. And there's many different situations that I can speak on that is 100% facts. These are no lies. These are all facts. Just like 1 + 1 = 2. These are also facts. Tell me this. Is it not a fact that I've done countless amounts of calls with different men off this channel? And pretty well every single one of them. I actually think every single one of them, because I can't even remember a time where a dude was just in complete denial and didn't want to hear the truth, because they always do. They always admit to it. When I tell them something, they might get a little quiet at times when I'm trying to explain something, and they just kind of let it sink in, the truth sink in. Yeah, man, you're right. You're right. They always take it on, but as for the women, they always get riled up. Another fact. What I just explained is another fact. The men can take it, the women cannot. Have some taken it? Have some cooperated well? Yes. But more women did not. So as for the women that can actually do that, congratulations to you guys. You're in a very small percentage of females in this world. Congratulations. As for the men, you stand where you stand. I actually had, now that I think about it, there was one guy. It's crazy because he paid a full call session with me. Within 5 minutes on the call, this guy hung up because I held him accountable. He did not like what I had to say. He said something back and he hung up, and it was pretty shocking, to be honest. Because my job is to tell you the truth. My job is to help you. If you can't hear the truth, you can't be helped. That was one guy. That's never happened. Even with a female didn't hang up. This guy did. He was just in a rage. But as for the women, and there's a couple of them, both of them that did this, I was over the age of 40, that was a woman. Gave serious, serious problems, and I don't even want to get into details what happened. But they tried to scam me. They tried to use my services and then scam the money away from me, which is nuts. All while saying how appreciative they were that I helped them and all this, and then all of a sudden, as soon as the call was done, they turned into this demonic little bitch. So, many issues come from females, not males. So, let's get that straight. If you're a woman and you're triggered by that, you're probably under the category of this. Don't be triggered just because it's your gender. Because most women that are actually sane know how crazy other females are. Here's another fact. Just like 1 + 1 = 2. There's another fact for you. And those are the type of females that are haters. Complete haters. They are. And for the majority of the time, I don't want to be gender specific. Because, yeah, things do go both ways. But this much, nah. There are gender specific things in this world. And if you don't agree with that, you're just stupid. There is a huge percentage of statistics that literally studies show a lot of different things between men and women. Men and women are not the same at all. At all. They're very different. I feel very different when I'm around a group of guys or if I'm around a group of girls. It's very different energy. It's because men and women are different. It's that simple. It's completely different. We have different body parts, for God's sake. It's like an elephant and a lion. They're very different. They have different body parts. Okay? And you can see it from this standpoint. A male lion and a female lion is the same as a male human being and a female human being. You could correlate it like this, but even then, the lion and the female, they're very different. A male lion has a massive, on his head. A female lioness looks a lot different, smaller. Almost looks kind of like a mountain lion a little bit. The male he looks very different. Different body parts, different gene. They're not the same.